Everybody saw that all the parties are in agreement that anything we can do to facilitate the benefits going to the children, we're going to do that.
All right.
That's always been our position. Nikki's all for that. We've never made any claim against any of those benefits. We never will. So I think you just saw today that with a lot less heated exchange about that, because that was the focus today. So it wasn't any objections. Everything was mostly just housekeeping as far as form and substance of the order, and we got that handled. They appointed Thomas's mother as the administrator of the estate so that she can start to handle that business.
Any idea how much in benefits could go to the children as a result?
Well, I don't know what the exact number is. I know that I've had a crash course from the benefits administrator on that. I think that when you add it up, it's quite a sizable figure.
Like six figures, or could you give us a potential range?
Well, I think that the range is somewhere in the neighborhood of $300,000 for the children. So it could be more than that. But I just think that's a tremendous thing that we have in place for our people that put themselves in harm's way each and every day, police and firefighters. So we're just trying to get that facilitated. Again, like I said, just try to move that as fast as we can to get to the children, because none of that's in dispute in this case.
So as a result of today's actions in court, the children, the wheels are in motion to get the children their $300,000.
Absolutely. The first step in any probate proceeding before you can start to administer any funds out of that would be to appoint the administrator or personal representative. However, most of the benefits will be of what they call a non-testamentary kind. They don't have to pass through the estate. They are benefits. So, but what happens when litigation occurs is that just necessarily parties become a little timid about taking actions, because they want to make sure that everything's handled appropriately. So we're trying to alleviate any of that. There's no roadblocks on our part, and so anything we can do to put them at ease or make them feel like there's no liability on their part, we just have to do that, because that's just not an issue for us.
So is Thomas's mother going to be administrator of the $300,000 going to the children, or is it strictly his personal belongings?
No, she's just in charge of the estate as it is. We're not sure exactly what the amount of funds is that's going to be in. I mean, Thomas and Nikki were not wealthy people, so the estate, as I understand it, is not very large to begin with. So we just want to make sure whatever there was that the children could use for support, because they need it, that they could have access to it as quickly as possible. So that's what that was about.
So she's not going to be administrator of the benefits going to the children?
No, that's going to be, and that's not a fine line like any legal question. You're probably not going to get a straight answer. But hello. The way that those work on non-testamentary transfers, much like the way that Nikki's funds that were approved last week, those were designated specifically for her, so they don't have to go through the probate proceeding to be approved. Those are things by law that just pass directly to the people that receive those benefits. So the children and the benefits that the children are due, it's my understanding that many of those benefits are in the same fashion where they don't have to go through the estate. But there are certain things that have to be taken care of on that personal level to make sure that they get whatever it is that they are due under Thomas's estate. So that's what we did today.
Why wasn't Nikki here today? Was she unable to be here or why?
Just unnecessary for her to appear. We discussed everything that was going to happen today. She wasn't, the last time was a temporary restraining order where she was ordered to appear by the court, which is quite normal. But today was more of a housekeeping issue. The reason why Ms. Longoria was here was because she had certain obligations that she has to perform under the law, such as making her testimony that's required under the probate code so that you can become the administrator. So she has to put that on the record, and that's why she was here today.
And what money was approved for Nikki last week? Was it the $60,000?
Correct. It was a life insurance policy that Thomas specifically named her as the beneficiary of the funds in case something happened to him. So that's the benefits themselves are designated all across the country, is my understanding. It's not a designated beneficiary where you name somebody. These are funds that are set up strictly for the spouse and the children. And of course, we all know that we're having litigation about Nikki's designation as the spouse. So that's that issue. But there's no issue with the children. So that's something that we're trying to help in any way that we can. Although it's not, obviously, we're not acting on behalf of the children. We're trying to help in the way we can.
Name and title.
Darrell Steidley, DarrellSteidley, lead counsel for Nikki Araguz. And you guys are champs. You guys got to be losing weight out here, seriously.
So when's the next day? What's the next thing?
Well, what's happening now is that we're going through the suit for dissolution of marriage. So that's in the discovery process where each party gets to propound questions or request for documents for evidence, and then they'll have some depositions, and then so you're probably looking at 60 to 90 days before there's anything.
And your motion to dismiss, that was based on the new provision in the Texas Family Code?
Correct. And I filed that, and then those are. That's just something I do afterwards, and then I started thinking about whether that was the right thing I wanted to pursue at that time. But I wanted to have
I just worked with my associate.
the judge comment.
Okay.
So he wants to see more evidence before he's inclined to take it up. Basically, is what he was saying. So it was proper that he didn't have to. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.